Since the 4th of July is right around the corner, I wanted to expand on my last video, which was about the straw man. I need to clarify some things. We celebrate our independence on the 4th, as all of you know. Set off fireworks, celebrate, and generally remember what the act of 1776 and the Tea Party did for this country. And while it's very important that we remember that, it's also important that we take that as an example. So the reason I say this is because if you tuned into my last video about the straw man, then you understand that this society and our freedom is not what we think it is. If you missed that video, please go to my profile at Embers and Ashes and watch that video. You need that information about how our government is actually a corporation and how you have been incorporated as well on your birth. I know that this particular message is probably going to touch a nerve with some people, and I do that happily. My job is actually to make you think about things. My job is not to make you comfortable. So with that said, I would like to expand on this. So first, I let you know in the last video that Great Britain actually owns our government. They have created a corporation called the United States of America Incorporated. And when they implemented birth certificates and all of that stuff in the Act of 1871 and made it a law to have that, and they called it our identification, that's not what it is at all. It's a corporation. It has money in it. It's traded on the stock market, and basically you are a slave to the federal government. So that being said, what are we celebrating on July 4th? Because we declared our independence in 1776, and then we sold our government back to Great Britain in 1871 or thereabouts. That's when they set up a new government. That's when they set up the corporation. Okay? So what I need you guys to understand is that we are slaves. We are absolutely slaves, and yet we celebrate on the 4th of July, set off all of these fireworks and celebrate that we're, free country and all of that stuff, and we don't even know, most of us, that this is not a free country. Not any longer. It was a free country when we set it up initially. When we wrote our original Constitution, it was. It's not any longer. So, how do we get our country back? This is the big question. And a lot of you think that this requires violence. It doesn't require violence. And I need all of my content creators to take this issue and run with it, because my voice is not going to get to everybody. My voice is one voice. We need lots and lots of voices on this. The idea behind this is a silent coup, basically. So I've had people ask me on the last video, like, how do we fix it? How do we? Okay. So the idea is to get rid of this artificial corporate government system that belongs to Great Britain and is actually run by Great Britain. That is what our shadow government is, you guys. That's what the shadow government is. And those of you who think that Trump is getting rid of the shadow government, I got news for you. He's part of this. He is part of it, and I know this is going to piss people off. I'm sorry. Trump is not even the president. So he's considered a foreign actor in our government that we see and we recognize, but our government is not what we thought it was. It's not any longer our government. So Trump is not actually the president. He's not actually doing anything for the country. Trust me. He's quite aware of what this is. He cannot not be aware. So the things that he's doing, they may look good on paper, but they're really not doing anything. They're not setting us free. They are not releasing us from our indentured servitude, according to lots of documents that say that we have been sold into slavery. On our birth, our mother signed us over on our birth certificate. So, that being said, the QFS, the quantum financial system, is coming. I want you guys to understand that the powers that be, the powers that are in control, they don't care about money. It's a means to an end. It's a means of control for us. Okay? And this quantum financial system is going to make it impossible for us to function on our own without it. They are not going to make this an option. Do you understand? It's the beast system. Okay? They're implementing the beast system. So, with that being said, it's time for another 1776. Our children are depending on us to do something about this. If you want your children setting off fireworks in the future, then we need to make a stand. This is why I need my content creators behind me on this. This doesn't happen with violent revolution. Think about the truck drivers in Canada that decided to take a hiatus and go on a little trip. How did they try and control them? Financially. They tried to shut them down by controlling their money. And if you think it can't happen in the United States of America, I guarantee you it can. I guarantee it. So, with that said, we all need to do several things. If you're a truck driver, guess what? The most efficient way to get attention from this government system is by creating a hiccup in the distribution of things. The other way of doing this is for people to stop working, stop paying taxes, stop allowing this government to control via their security guards that they call police officers, CHP, state troopers, whatever. This needs to stop. These are glorified security guards, okay? They work for a corporation. And just because it's generally recognized as our government does not give it any more authority than Walmart or any other corporation in this country. True story, okay? There actually is someone who has control of our flag, our original flag. That man has authority, or should have authority. Most people don't even know who he is. Russell J. Gould is the owner of the actual United States flag. So, that being said, do you want your children, your grandchildren, to be slaves to this system? Or are you willing to be uncomfortable for a short time to get this back on track and reestablish this country under the Constitution? Is that important to you? Or do you just want to set off fireworks on the 4th of July? Does that make you happy? Pretending you're free? Pretending that you're not a slave? Just keep giving that money to the government. Just keep sending them that money and working your whole life and knowing that you and your corporation put in your name when you were born on your birth certificate, which is very evident as it's in all, your name is in all capital letters. Anything sent to you officially is in all capital letters. That is a corporation. That is not you. Okay? Do you want to continue living in this fantasy lie? Or do you truly want to be a free and sovereign citizen, which you are supposedly celebrating on the 4th? I'm asking you guys. It's time for another 1776. It's time that we wake up and know that this is not okay any longer. We need to be those people, even if it makes it uncomfortable, even if it makes it difficult. This government has to go. We need our Constitution back, our real Constitution. Not amended Constitution, not the Act of 1871, which burdened us with a bunch of laws that we didn't even get to vote on, most of them. And they are not legal per our Constitution. So I invite you, please make videos, tell people, write articles, explain to people they are not free and sovereign as our Constitution guaranteed us. It's a misnomer. The wool has been pulled over our eyes, and it's time to wake up.